Good evening to one and all. So today's class we are starting along. Welcome back, Sanjay Bhaiya. So today, as we are ready to discuss about the styles of what kind of styles are being performed in movies and what kind
Mhm.
of styling they bring in. So that is what is going to be detailedly discussed by Sanjay Bhai today. So over to you, Bhai. You can go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Brother. So, yeah, as we were discussing when we were planning about our session today, so we are going to talk about style, and let us discuss. Let us try to understand what style mean. What does this term mean in a very basic level? What does it mean? Style. What is form? Okay, so let's try to understand it in that way that there is always a importance given to how. how. So in order to give, like, in a basic way, let alone the cinema, let alone the acting, the theater, in every task, even in order to make some planning as well, you have to start with the basic 5 Ws. Okay, what, why, where, when. In order to go to the technically enriched content, you have to be aware of these 5 Ws. Now, once you are aware of the 5 Ws, then you have to go for how. HOW. Okay, you got the basic information, you got the basic idea of the content of the material. Once you have got the basic idea, then you have to think about how you're going to reach out. And there comes this style. There comes this, form. When we talk of something, okay, we'll talk of it. Okay, we are going to tell you, we are going to convey that, okay, this is this, this is this, this is that. But how we are going to convey makes the difference. And in this domain, like when we are going to talk about how we are going to convey, there comes this form. Now, if you're talking about the form, we should take the reference of the film Kantara. Okay, one. Second, we can take the film Super Deluxe of Vijay Sethupathi sir. So these films, they they were telling the story with the form. Now, if we are talking about a form, now, as far as the political thing is concerned, as far as the government is concerned, they're all, going back to the roots. There's always, right now, that culture, this is a superior culture right now going on. This, you have to go back to the root. So going back to the root means going back to your past, going back to your references from where you are going to derive your exercise, your content, your characters, your story, your myths, everything. So these films like Kantara, Super Deluxe, or whatever. So, when we are talking about form, we have to, like, for example, I am in Chennai. Lots of folk forms are there, lots of folk artists like parai players are there. And different, I'm not talking about Gautam bhai, I'm not talking about the classical Indian classical or the South Carnatic classical. No, zero. I'm talking about it. I'm talking about the rural, the rustic, the southern belt, the extreme southern belt, where these local folk artists perform. The circus artist, the magician, the local level of magician, the porter. So these kind of artist, these kind of flavor we are going to talk today. And that's how, when we go to the root, go back to the root means that we are going to the interior of our town, we are going to the interior of our cities. For example, like when I was there in Chennai, I used to roam around. So lots of, like, even the dead, when the death happens, that was also first thing, for me, that how relatable it is from Varanasi. Even for us, it was like, it's a sentiment of celebration when some demise happens in our home. So it's not a sad demise. Like, I'm not talking about the accident or the sudden demise. I'm talking about the elderly people when they go, when they complete their circle and then they go. The same thing I got there, and there I got that parai player. In the same way, we have the nagada player. Okay, so they also come, they also does do the same thing when the demise happen in our city. So these folk artists, these folk players, these local, uh, you can say rustic artists, talks about form because they don't have that training. They don't have that classical, decoded, codified training or the rigorous 15-year, 25. They just do out of impulse. They just do to reach out to people. They just want to share their pain. They just want to share their struggle. They just want to share their, their journey throughout. So there was a story when the lockdown happened. There is an artist, folk artist. She was sharing the song when everybody was going back to the village, and when that everybody was going back to the village barefoot, they were all singing, and that was the collective sentiment they were getting, that they are going. They know that they are going to leave. They don't have work. They don't have food. So now they are going back. And when the distance is coming closer, the excitement, the level of enthusiasm to reaching the home, meeting their people, it was at the extreme. And that extreme emotions, when these extreme emotions happen, then the art comes, brother. Then that self expression come, then the emotion come. So that's why these days, when we, like, even when we talk about stylized form, that uh, the best stylized actor of the whole cinema, I think is, I what is the name of that film, that uh,
Which
I
one,
don't
right?
remember.
Which one?
uh, huh?
Which Tamil movie?
No, it's not Tamil movie, it's a Hollywood movie. And they see Robert. Are that got
C.
a very
Robert.
bad at name. Huh?
C. Roberts. What
That
did you tell me?
see Roberts, when they what is the name of that actor? There was a case going on. Amber Heard and in who's the actor? Amber Heard is the girlfriend. So they were fighting the case.
Bhaiya, you remember the girlfriend's name, Bhaiya? But you don't.
So what was the name of that? Uh, okay, so we will get to know about this actor name. So he is the most stylized actor ever happened in the cinema because of the uh, Caribbean, the film name, the Pirates of the
Wait,
Caribbean.
Jack Sparrow. You're talking about
Jack,
Johnny Depp.
yes, Johnny Depp, yes, sir, Johnny Depp. So that is the best example of the form we are going to talk about. This is what, when you play a character, when you're playing a character is realistically, that's okay. We used to do lots of exercise, we were all specifically focusing on that. But when you are adding a flavor to the character which is not realistically uh, designed, but it's imagination, but there is also a flavor coming from the root, from some myths, from some imagination, from some story, from the past reference, then we call. And even the dialogues, like that Jack Sparrow's character is, it talks about the slavery.
He was the
Talks about,
dialogues. Perfect.
see they are the mouth speak, like they were the representation of the slavery, they were representation of the sea. So it's all about the form. So that character is not just about the, playing a realistic character or convincing audience that we are going to play something very realistic. No, it's beyond that realism. It's beyond, anything. It's about the way he talks, it's about the movement. So even you see when he designs the character, so the way he is talking is, sea is coming, you see that move. So this is what we call, brother, form. This is what we call, imbibe nature in your character. When you're talking, you are the water resider. You, like, your 80%, 90% of life is dedicated to water, so they will be coming. For example, there is a friend from Kerala. He trains elephant, and I'm telling you, because of spending, 25, 30 years with elephant, he gets that essence of the elephant. He gets that ease of the elephant. He gets that the movement of that elephant, and it comes naturally. We, as a human, as a natural being, we imbibe things. We imbibe tone, we imbibe temperament, we gel into the ambience easily, we adapt, we change, we become flexible. So that's how, if we are doing it in real life, we also do it in the film life, when we are playing character, when we are designing character. So that's the reason why I thought of sharing that idea of form. It can be realistic, it can be over realistic, it can be pseudo realistic, it can be different variety.
Rajinikanth style is what then? It is
Yes,
not.
I am coming to Rajni sir. I am coming to Rajni sir. That, for example, see, see that aura, that godship he has got. Now Vijay sir is getting that. Why is it? It's not just about being a superstar. No, it's beyond that, because they are the person. Like I will quote an example, that, for example, you are eating. Let's say an exercise. Let's do an exercise. Very simple exercise, that you are eating something, and talking to your co-actor, eating something. This regular realistic thing that you do it naturally when you're eating, and talking and sharing ideas. But what if how that, even in the realism, even the real approach, how that form comes, brother, I will show you an example. For example, eating. So there is a scene in Vijay sir's, I don't remember the name, but I'll tell you, I'll just quote that scene, that he's eating and he's having an onion in the hand. Here, a spring, a ring of the onion ring is there, right there, here, and eating. So it's not just, he's holding, he's not eating it, he is just showing that onion ring. This is the form. And now, coming back to the root, coming back to the myth, why is having that, carrying that onion? Because there is a struggle. There is struggle of farm or something, or there's a struggle of the protest or something. So that is the representation of that form. And it is beyond character, it's beyond realism, it's beyond playing a character. It's a different kind of mechanism happens when you merge with the character, with form, with style. So this is, like, we'll try to decode in our simple
Amazing,
way.
amazing. So
What?
you're talking about having a puppet in the hand and eating. So that is a style. So he could have eaten in the same way for 10 years in the jail like that. So that style comes into him. Is what you're trying to tell, right?
Yeah, because there is a, like, for example, I will quote another example of folk art. That, see, for example, let's take parai players. What happens, like, even in nagara players, in our hometown, they drink and then they play. See how relatable it is. See, so it's about getting to that state of mind and then playing. So it's not, we all try to control things, we all trying to channelize our thing, and then going to the mainstream. But they are not the mainstream people. They are somewhere in the, like, out of the town, or they have to travel and then come. So they are not the mainstream. So what kind of attitude, gesture, body language, voice, costume, approach, style, these people, those who are not mainstream, is having. And when we start observing them, there is always a tendency of putting someone who has been in the center. The entire audience have got fed up of those things now. So they want to see right now something which is new, which is organic. And nowadays they are coming into the light. Lots of stories have been told. Lots of things coming from the very small cities, small stories, middle class people. Why is it coming? Because people now want to see something different and something real. So when we, like, there is a story, another story of a makeup artist living in my favorite actress, that what was the name again? The
Remember,
Tamil
Tamil
huh?
actress. Tamil
The
actress.
actress, like the one who played the makeup artist from Chennai, and she goes to the grandmother's village, and there that the entire death scene happens, and then she realizes and come back. And you remember, uh, Priyam, but what is the name? And she was there. She was there also shooting with Hachu, and she was, yeah, she was there in the some film, Hachu's
Okay.
film. But yeah, so that actress, and she was also there in the Dhanush movie. She was playing a tribal,
Hey, Nitya Menon, huh? Not
not
Nitya.
Nitya, a tribal warrior or something was playing in that movie, Dhanush
Okay,
movie.
okay. In my in yeah, 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 yeah. I don't
Understood?
remember her name, but yeah, I know whom you're talking about. I'm able to understand.
The key actress, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, you said
So that
she's the
actress.
best actress in this movie. I remember you telling me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that actress. So even in that film, they were talking about those things. You know, that village, the relationship between the bonding, uh, about something unsaid, unsung stories. You know, when we couldn't tell the story, but the time comes, and then we are sharing the story. So that kind, and that how is the core point of telling that style. For example, there is a voice coming from Kantara's God. Why it became so famous? Why everybody started liking? There was nothing. It's just a voice. But why? Because of that form. Because of the style. Why Rajni sir is so adored? Everybody is acting in the movie, everybody is playing the character. Why he is adored? Because of the style he has, because of that form he has developed. Why Shah Rukh Khan is celebrated? Because he has created a form in that character, you know. So this is what I think comes when you be a part of the long process of becoming an artist or an actor. You get to, it's an organic process. You can't find a form. It comes with a journey, it comes with a training. That's why, like, I'm talking about this form and style. Maybe after 11th or 15th 12th session, after getting lots of training, breathing, mind, and now I felt that okay, now we can start thinking about discussing about this form. So that deva in Kantara, or the super characters, so they are telling the story, but they are beyond gender, beyond any category, beyond the conditioning of the society, beyond a created benchmark of physicality or appearance. So now, because of that, they have created another form to tell the story. A male actor has become it's very easy to be a woman and start doing comedy, but it's difficult. It's authentic when a male actor becoming a female actor and telling a serious story, showing the serious side of that, that wall, not creating comedy, not creating any absurd kind of thing to make you laugh. They are telling the story as authentically as a woman who plays the transgender can do, or a transgender actor can do, that kind of intensity. So in that form, so because of that issues, they started getting that there is a trend also. They started getting something very form based, stylized based film have been made. Okay, and I think in Netflix there are some series they talk about the stylized form. For example, in my city, like now in next month is going to start ram leela Ramlila. Even in Kudiyatam they have the voice. So I have two style. See, we talk for example, 50 actors are talking realistically, as realistic as they can, and we are all relating. Okay, very nice. But what if out of 50, one speaks like "ee, ee." This is what the form is all about. To find something which creates a difference. It will be new, it will be weird, but you are so convinced, and you are doing it conviction that it becomes strength. This is what the form is all about. This is what the style is all about. It will be weird, it will be new, it will be something very different. It's very difficult to digest, but if you are convinced with your style, if you have doing with conviction, it will become trend. That's the magic of a stylized acting. That's the magic of stylized drama or stylized character, like Jack Sparrow, or these actors, or those like Kantara movie or the Haddi Nawazan Siddiqui movie or Vijay Sir's Super Deluxe example. So it's all about styling. For example, even in our Ram Leela, that they are the oldest uh, team performing today in 2025. They are not using any light, they are not using any mic, there is nothing technically, nothing is happening. They are doing it with this cotton lamp today in 2025. Next month is going to start. Now how they are going to do the dialogue? So they have this style. So they like this. For example, Rama is challenging Ravana and inviting Ravana to come to confront. So how they are going to do? See, the these are the mobile play. For example, it happens in 10 kilometers range. One episode will happen in here, and then you have to travel 7 kilometers to go to a different venue, and then you will perform there. So see how magical it is. It is happening right now in my city. So how these actors, they live like a god for those 3 months. They become god. Their routine, their everything, like they have a system. They live in palace, king's palace. There is a king palace. So they incarnate themselves, as the Kantara movie, the strong reference. So these myths, they have taken these myths from those real events which is happening right now in my city, in your city, everywhere. You just have to find where it is happening in some or the other form. So in that process, these actors, they become, even in Kathakali, Kudiyattam, like the whole thing is created. It's also a process of becoming a character. It takes time. It takes 4 hour 5 hour to become that character. That's why we prefer and we start creating this stylized genre of acting. It is as realistic as the imaginative acting. It is as realistic as this regular acting. But here comes that whole soul of training, and it's a blend of spirituality, blends of imagination, realism, everything. So it's a miscellaneous acting. It's a full fleshed packed, like whatever training you have, you apply in those kind of characterization. So they do it like, so they work on the speech. It's a unique speech, like for so this is the pattern. So they go with the pattern. Another like Ram Leela pattern, that hey, so they have to reach out to 500 1,000 people. So see, one word, how they are putting those words in order to reach out, because they are not using anything. This is the real tradition they are following. So they are not using anything. So they are, the way they are saying, हे लक्ष्मण, तुम हमारी लंका में विराजो, देखो के हनुमान के, that kind of thing. So when you incorporate this style in film or a character, it becomes a trend, it becomes a style. And it is weird, it is new, it is something very different. But again, if you actually doing it with conviction, it becomes trend, this speech pattern. And even Instagram, it happens. People get catch follower because of some uniqueness of the pitch or tone or some gesture, some expression. It happens, a natural thing, natural process, that even Instagram or the YouTube, something weird if it is happening, we hold and we watch. Simple. So in the same way, if it is a detailed work like film, or a whole production is being made, there also it happens the same. That if, for example, in Bahubali, Nasir sir's character, these are stylized plays. See, like that is, it's not cliche, it's a style. Even is that faulty is a style. And that is, see, this portion is the expression or the metaphor of what kind of character that person is. Crooked, crooked character. This is a metaphor of that character. So this is an image, it's a logo of that character. So whenever we are speaking, our speech can become logo of our character. Our style, like sir's Rajni sir's logo is, that is the logo. So this is what we call and luckily and technically what happens, that these logo become brand. Now they are not actors, they are brands. Yeah, if you talk about Rajni sir, if you talk about Sethupathi sir, they are brands now, because they have created that simple small logo. And now because of that conviction, because of that commitment, because of that strong approach, these logos have become brand. Now they are brand. Why? Because of that style, because of that form they have created. They are not just acting, they're not just recreating, like we see that we have to recreate, then only we can convince. No, they are not just doing one task, they are doing multitasks. That's the reason why they are doing. Now will I really want to ask, to listen to some question. This is the background of today's session, brother.
Okay, so people, somewhere around 100 people are continuously watching this. If someone has
Yeah.
any question regarding style or any doubts regarding acting, you can please post here. And there is already 10 to 15 tutorials already uploaded. Please do watch it and come. You can easily grasp a lot of things regarding acting. Sanjay has been a master in this and he's been teaching for a long
And
time.
now
He's been
you tell me a question. Like, I'm waiting for your question as well, because
My question
you know.
is, can any actor, can any actor for that matter, can bring in a style uh, and can he become a brand? Let it be that happens to us through years, but what kind of a back end work he should do or she should do for that?
Okay, for example,
in
I
this
don't know if he
in this
said,
era, in this era, there back then when Rajni sir was an actor when he started, you can only watch Rajni on theaters. You can't watch Rajni on TV also. It's only now the last 20 years it's been TV, and last 5 to 10 years it's been Instagram. Every day 15 times, 20 times you can watch. So naturally there is a intent to get bored. Correct? You might get bored after a point. So, how to defend that and bring our own style? What do you think would be a good? You can go take over this way.
hmm. For example, like there is a philosophical line, very simple and philosophical line, that in every workshop, theater workshop, or any discussion we see, that we have to be we. But I don't think it's as simple as we say that being us. It takes great courage to be what we are. It's a rebellious act when we become what we are. No, it's a whole journey of acceptance, self acceptance of what kind of voice you have. For example, I am just giving an example that I'm bald. Okay, lots of trial company, lots of things are happening, just to make you feel that it looks bad. But I have trained my mind, I have made myself, that I have reached to that level of acceptance that I have started feeling that it's the best version of me right now. That is the best. Like any, no hair can, beauty, make that beauty what it is right now. But it doesn't come, in an instant. It's a journey. It's a journey of self acceptance. It's a journey of recognizing you as a person. It's a journey of seeing you, respecting you, giving the dignity what you want to give to others, what you want to give to others, like those who are a role model for you. At the same point of time, we have to uh, share that respect and dignity with you also. You know, so it's a kind of different kind of self love, recognition, respect. You have to start giving, and it cannot be, it cannot be possible in just a short time frame. You have to start bringing that attitude to observe, to see, so that is a journey. And I think it's a bit different from acting, but it is integrated with the philosophy of acting, that because it's your body, it's your voice. If you are not comfortable with that voice, if you are not comfortable with that teeth position, whatever it is, eyes, or skin color, or whatever it is, nobody will get convinced if you are not convinced. So that is the whole philosophy of creating style also. For example, you are working on the character, and every method, like we study in drama school lots of methods, lots of techniques, but you are also aware that it doesn't mean that you have to put all your learnings in one character. No, if you are making tea, even if you know how to make the best of the biryani, but you will not put biryani into that, in the tea. Even if you are pro in that, you are the master of that, but you will make sure that if the tea is being made, only tea and milk and sugar and elaichi and some cardamom and some adrak, ginger, that's it. You know that the best, but you can't put biryani in that. In the same way, there are lots of techniques, lots of process are there, but you have to see what is where. This is the art of the acting characterization also, that if you want to put some form, some style, see what kind of content you are going to work with, because you have to gel, you have to adapt the content you are going to deliver, the content you are going to work. So it doesn't make any sense if you are playing a character of historical play or a historical film or cinema, and you are putting something very different, even if it is a correct form, but it will not gel with that content. So it's about again and again having the attitude of starting from zero. Even if you have done 10 plays or 20 plays or 20 series, but you have to train your mind in such a way that, okay, no, this project what I'm right now working is the first project for me. And this attitude you have to incorporate in the ambience where is so much pressure. You have to develop this attitude in under pressure. Okay, so let's start doing some exercise, some practical exercise, that how to understand. Okay, we have talked enough about form, style. We have got some examples as well from different domain. We also talked about how similar it is, going back to the root, and going to back to the root from where those who are not in the center, those who are somewhere else, like periphery, though we like simple people, workers, you know craftsmanship, the local artists, the circus player, or the vagabonds, or these people they roam around, those who, coming here and there, what kind of experience they are having. They're also a part of the country, they're also a part of the climate, everything what they are doing. Like there was a film about circus, where they hit, like, I don't remember, I'm bad at names. Even that they were talking about a troupe, they travel here and there, and that's how uh,
Mehendi
get it.
circus.
Yes, Mehndi
Mehendi.
circus. Mehndi circus, thank you. Even that, see, they are talking about marginalized people. They're talking about uh, you know these struggles, the regular, no fantasy attached, no helicopter coming to make the entry of hero, no glamorous diva coming and dancing, like, no, nothing. They are talking about the real side of love, struggle of relationship, struggle of making ends meet, so these things. And in India, like, we are the majority, we are here, we are 85-90%. So this is the time when they started making the content which is relatable to the majority. Because of that we get empathy. But now, even in that realistic, core realistic, transparent realistic, like, we see us in the film sometimes, even in that you can add a form. Now, technically, we'll start understanding what form and how we can. We have talked about form. Now, what are the form if we do it in a workshop, in an acting workshop? How will be able to understand what form is, what style is? Okay. Now, form one. It's a very obvious and visible form. You can easily identify it, the vocal form. So in order to make the difference, in order to just uh, put you somewhere in a, like, in order to engage the attention of the audience, the first idea or the first way of changing your form is to change your voice. In the sense, you're not going to change your texture of the voice, but you're going to change how you are doing it. Like, there is a girl in Instagram. I don't watch Instagram reels, but sometime it comes through YouTube. If you're watching some reel or something, there is a girl, she laughs like so she talks, see your expression, how you're doing it. So she doesn't do anything, she talks like, I am me so that happened. This is a form. See, it is unusual, it is different, it is weird, but just because of adding the she gets the character.
She's
She gets
having a
the
signature step. Signature.
signature. Signature, yes. Brand, logo, style, form. Okay, now it's a vocal form. Now it can be a gestural form also. For example, there will be some gesture they some actors do, like Schwarzenegger. What was the actor's name? Schwarzenegger.
Johnny Depp.
Arnold, no, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes, there was an expression. Certain expression comes like that. So this is also a form. Yeah, this is the form. Rock, the ring box. What was it? He has also yeah, that logo. Now coming to Asrani, there was a very beautiful film Sholay, and the way he was a jailer, he was playing hum अंग्रेजों के ज़माने के sailor हैं. This is also, so these are forms, these are style. You, even if they were the minor character or the small characters, but they have established them just because of making it a stylized or a form based character. And that is the core idea. You don't need much lines, like see, you're just doing it, and you just brushed every coming girl diva and dancing and with figure and zero figure everything. They work hard, and a girl coming washing dish and talking and doesn't look like in a normal regular face, and talking that I am washing dishes, it is 4 a.m. and I am very disturbed. And then she gets the limelight. So that is the core idea of form, a vocal form, vocal style, or gesture form. Or like, there was a film Mask, the comedian. What is the name of the comedian? Who is the,
Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Uh,
See the style, the best example of the stylized act. So that when you think of that, that person comes in your mind. I am not into Hollywood. I don't watch lots of films in Hollywood. But see, even I have watched some of that, but I am able to register because of that form they deliver as an actor, because of the style they deliver as an actor. So there is a great actress, Meryl Streep, and Judy Dench. Judy Dench is also an actress, English actress. She was the first lady who was performing Lady Macbeth. So even in their expression, they also detailed wise discover about the cry they will do. A cry, like for example, cry can be any, it can be in any form, but when you going to the detail of the 10th level of 10th variation of that cry, what will be the 10th idea of that cry? Okay, you are my mentor, you are the director, you briefed me about some expression, and you told me that, okay, think 10 ways of doing it. I thought, and I came with 10 ideas, and you told me that ban those 10 and now discover 11th, and that is what you're going to do. You see, so that's the process of finding your form. Okay, it can be anything. It can be a body based form, it can be a voice based form, it can be external stylized based form, it can be gesture based form, it can be anything. It also can be a new form which I'm not able to right now utter, which I'm not able to. Maybe some other actor will come and he or she will do it, and then I will have a word or a term for that form. Okay, so that's the basic idea of the form or the style, and it is not new, brother. It is not at all new, but it takes time in that. That's why it's rare, still rare, that when you come with a form. For example, I mean, Amitabh Bachchan has that "Hai," so that is also "Hai." And the so everybody has that. Though in those times they were popular because of those form. Okay, so in that frame, uh, uh, was I able to convey some idea related to the topic today?
Yes, 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 yes. Today it was
So
really, I'm able to understand there are a lot of styles which we can actually tap into, but from where it is coming is very important. And like the old era, not only one style we need to follow in all the movies. That is that will not work for the new era, is what I understand.
not at all, no, completely. So, and very nice point, Gautam. We are talking about form, but what was happening that time, that they had one form only, and they were using that one form in every work of art, every piece. So that is not acceptable today, because our audience is now much more aware. They know, they have the
Yep.
approach, access to world cinema, world series, so they have ample of opportunities and options to watch, to explore. So now it will not work having one and then using it the same. Like for example, that's why Salman Khan, these people now they are not in the game because of that. So they are becoming Salman Khan only. Now they have made themselves a form. That's also a question. So their being is no, but it will not work. It will not at all work, because every character has a different journey. If I'm seeing a cop in Salman Khan is a cop. No, it will not work. There is a whole journey of selection.
We'll only see Salman Khan in that. We'll not see a cop in that.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is what. That is what. That is what.
that's true. So I just don't want to discuss those people, because yeah, we are focusing here about organic process of becoming an artist. Doesn't require to be on the screen. You you get into the process of, and it's a process, it's a life changing transformational process of seeing things. What they are like, they are termed as a superstars. They are made different kind of, like, they are made. What I right now I'm talking about, we create. Making and creating is a different thing altogether. Creation is a self journey, it's a one way, one path journey, but making is a whole team production kind of thing, that people put paisa, people put money into that, and they make it. So this is not our subject to talk about. What right now
So
we're talking
just
about.
want to add one more thing to it is every actor can find a new way of form, new style for each and every script, whichever he's choosing. But the initial one or two signature steps which he's having uh, at the right moment in another movie also, in the last or somewhere when it is really needed, he can show that where people will resonate with him. They will also that actor can retain is what I feel, but not the same acting, not the same style in all the movies is what I want to add.
That's the reason why, brother, I'm telling, and I'm insisting on having the thought of whatever project you are getting, even if a theater production or a play or a series or whatever it is, take it as a zero, because if you are putting all your past baggage in your present work, it will come, it will reflect. So let's avoid what you have done. It's already there. People can go and watch. If it is good, they will circulate it, and they will watch, they will appreciate it. But what right now I'm telling, in order to create, in order to develop your form, and it happens organically, that you have to think, you have to train your mind that whatever you are going to do, as far as the art is concerned, think that it's new. Don't think that I am doing theater for 10 years. No, time is changing. Maybe the theater you are going to do with a different person, he is the different person, the team is the different, the time is the different, the place is different. So it is actually a new play. Even if you are going, for example, you are doing a show, one play, I was doing that show, that play monologue. Even I did it 20 times, but I cannot say that it is a it is a 20th performance, because every time audience are different, setting is different, temperament is different, everything is different. Lines are same, but even if the lines are same, form can be different every time, and you will feel that you are discovering different form again and again when you're performing. So it's an endless option of getting form when you perform the same text again and again with different audience, different temperament, different emotion, different situation. That's how that form comes. And even sometimes you are not aware that form is coming. It is a byproduct of your journey, it's a byproduct of your process. So it comes and you get surprised. Okay, okay, this can be a form. Okay, this is also something I registered today, I was aware. So that is what I was trying to say, brother. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. This session was really fruitful. Though we didn't have any exercise, we were actually discussing a lot in depth
So
about how.
in order to, yeah, in order to listing the exercise, like I have given some examples like that lady. So try to observe these weird, like I would encourage my viewers also.
One more time, one more
I
time.
would, yeah, yeah, okay. I would encourage my viewers to embrace the weirdness. Let's not get disturbed by the weirdness. Embrace it. Yeah, embrace it. It's beautiful to be weird. It's beautiful to be different. It's beautiful to be unique. The way you laugh, like the way you laugh, Gautam. So that is you. And the whole training of our education system or our thing is to suppress it. Why to suppress? It's you, the way you are doing this, and this is what we are. And when we do it, we are we. And when we are doing what we are, we feel safe. And the best relaxing exercise is to be safe. It's not like whatever we are doing relaxation exercise, it's not the exercise if you don't feel safe. There is no point of doing all this exercise, breathing exercise, if you're not feeling safe. The best way to relax is to be safe. Feel that we are safe. And when we are safe, when we are we. Simple, as simple as that. So the regular exercise, the technical exercise of these talk today, today's session is very simple. You go see the peculiarity of your character. See your friends. We are seeing each other. I have some peculiarity, some characteristic. You have some characteristic. And if we are working, sitting together and listing the characters, we are having for your 8 characters, 8 styles. The way you are eating, the way I am getting dressed, the way you are getting dressed, it is the form. For example, I am putting off my t-shirt this way. Okay, you can putting this way. Form. I am having water, I am opening this, you are opening this. Form. So this is the exercise for this. Maybe I will open, you will open. Form. Form. So the exercise, the list of the exercises for that. Try to observe people. Try to be empathetic. Be a childlike, so that you can see in a like your surrounding in a very surprising and a very enthusiastic way, like a child, that okay, it is happening, that lady is walking like that, the man is walking. So this is the exercise actually for this session, that you have to see, observe, and when you actually you don't get bored. Hmm? So that is what I will say, and then we can, end to this note.
We'll wrap it up. We'll
Like
wrap it up. Thanks.
this.
Thanks. Thanks. Nice. So, yeah, organically, like only for the camera, one time you're going to do this. This will not work. But you have to live like that, and then bring it into your character. And when you do it, there is going to be some confidence in you. So, I would like to sum it up like this: when there is confidence in you, you bring your new style. You should be comfortable with it first. When you are giving some kind of a new thing to the audience, you should be very comfortable and confident about that. Is what we could sum up for today.
If you're weird, love your weirdness. That's the idea. If you are whatever you are, if you have any faults, embrace it. If your speech is very different, if the way you're laughing is different, embrace it, enjoy it. That's the core idea, that is the core exercise of today's talk. I'm telling you, like, if I sum it up. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very nice,
Thank you.
very nice.
Thank you. We'll meet on
Thank
another session very soon, bhai. Thank you.
you, thank you.
Dhanyawad.
Bye bye.